Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. I certainly appreciate you stopping by on such a sunny, beautiful sunny afternoon here in central North Carolina, the day before the solar eclipse. If you like this video, if you consider subscribing, thumbs up, comment, certainly would appreciate it. Today's topic is fear prepping and panic buying, and why both of those are a terrible idea in your prepping journey. I'm Ted, let's talk about it. All right, guys, the day before the solar eclipse. I've been getting some questions. I've been talking to people, and I want to speak to probably the beginner preppers here, or people just starting their journey. The seasoned preppers already know this information, and hopefully they're teaching it also. But if something comes up, now we talk about scenarios. Let me back up. We talk about scenarios here that can affect you and your livelihood and your life and your lifestyle, and why you should be preparing now instead of later. But it seems like this is a teachable moment, the solar eclipse. There is so much stuff out there, from earthquakes to all kinds of things. And I've already given you a video on my thoughts on that. But a lot of people, when an event comes and it gets posted on YouTube and gets hyped up in the news, like right now there's the bird flu that has jumped to cows and now it's jumped to humans, and it is deadly in humans. Is that need for concern? Possibly. Things like that we need to look at, and try to be prepared as best as we can. The seasoned preppers, you've already got everything, you're on point, you're keeping up with everything. If you're just starting your journey and you're just getting into the prepping community, don't let fear drive you. That's the worst place to be in. When you're making decisions based on fear, you're going to make miscalculations, you're going to make missteps, you're probably going to spend way too much money, you're going to keep yourself excited. And in today's 24-hour accessible news feeds, YouTube feeds, there's enough doom and gloom to give you a lot of anxiety. I don't like the fact that, I've always said it seems like some of these channels fear sells and gets clicks. You look at the thumbnails and they have all this, crazy stuff. And when you get down to the nuts and bolts of it, it's not as bad as it's made out to be. I say you need to be critical in your thinking. You need to be knowledgeable and treat every issue with respect that it deserves. The solar eclipse, the theories are just over the top. And, it keeps people in a state of panic. And when you're panic buying, you're buying stuff you probably don't need. You're going to be out there just, willy-nilly getting stuff because you think somebody else is going to get it before you get a chance to get it. Fear prepping is the same thing. When preppers are just starting out, they think they don't have enough of something, and the last minute, solar eclipse is coming, or the bird flu is coming, or a comet's coming, or a new war breaks out, and then in 2 weeks' time they think they got drain their savings and rush out and stock up. The reason I started the channel is to try to mitigate some of that false information that's being out there that drives some people away from their journey, overwhelms them, etc. What you should be doing is, if you're starting your journey, you should be slowly and steady stocking up on what you're preparing for. Do not let the media, don't let me, don't let the other YouTube channels, don't let them scare you into making bad decisions. Yes, obviously, if there's a hurricane coming, you see it's coming, it's a factual thing, it's going to happen. You need to be prepared. You should already be prepared for that if that's something that comes to your area often. If snowstorms are an issue for you, prepare when it's not 2 foot of snow on the ground. Do not rush out and think you're going to get everything you need 2 days before the snowstorm hits. That's not what preppers do. Preppers are already there. We know and anticipate certain things. There are uncertain things we have no control over. And that's where a lot of the media and a lot of the hype comes from that drives a lot of people. And living in fear is not what it's about. I say it just about every video I preach. I do not preach fear. I preach prepping so we do not fear tomorrow. And that says a lot. It says a lot, because if you're already prepped up, it doesn't matter what the news media comes out tomorrow and says. If you've done as much as you can for you and your family, so you can look after yourself and your family and your friends, or whoever you choose to let into your circle as a prepper, then you're already there. Then we can assess things from that place, from that stronghold of being able to say, okay, I've got so much of this taken care of. Now, what can I do, or what do I need? Just like the other day, I did a video telling you we were upping our preps, and we are. Is it out of fear? No. Is it out of concern? Yes. I gave you the reasons that I thought there were going to be problems, and I'm taking steps necessary now. I know the time frame that I'm expecting things to get, stupid. We have prepared plenty for that, but I want to make sure I have extra. And I'm not buying foolish stuff. I'm buying stuff I need to maintain my preps and my household and look after the people I want to look after. Because we don't know what the future is going to bring. Now, the solar eclipse, I have watched too many videos. I've had other folks call and contact me that know me personally, and they know I'm a prepper, and they're asking me what I'm doing. Guys, I'm going to sit on the back deck with the wife. I'm going to have an adult beverage, and I'm going to enjoy what the glory of God is doing in nature. He is in control. And I'm not preaching, I'm not, but that's my feelings. I did see a video last night from another prepper, and I was really moved by it. I emailed him to get permission to use his name in this video, so I was going to link you guys to him, but he hadn't got back to me. He's probably busy, what have you, but he had a really good video that I thought was really interesting take on this whole solar eclipse thing. And I'm hearing now everybody's coming out. It's a scientific fact, apparently, that the cicadas are coming out, and there's going to be trillions of them. So it seems like everything that can be done is going to be done on April 8th for some reason. I find that kind of odd. I do find it strange. But there's only so much you can prepare for. And if you've done your best, that's all you've got to do. But the panic buying, the fear, if you live in the path of totality of this eclipse, yes, you're going to be inundated with people, like I told you in the last video that I did on the eclipse, that, yeah, you should probably have stuff on hand because it will run out, especially like fuel, LP, stuff like that. But it's coming. It's not the end of the world. Today's the 7th. I do know some people that are already in the area that they want to be into in Ohio to watch this, and it's crowded. It's going to be crowded all through that whole path. You should have stocked up if you were in the area. You've been told, you've been warned, you should have seen it coming. But even if you didn't, I don't think it's life-threatening. It's going to be a huge inconvenience for you. But I don't know. I thought this would be a prime time to do this video. I thought about it a couple of days now, of how exactly I was going to word it, and so not to offend anybody. But I do think that, even the prepping industry, they are making tons of money off of stuff like this. Fear sells a lot of stuff. You don't believe me? Let them call for snow here in North Carolina and see how much milk, eggs, and bread go away from here, and bacon. Grocery stores be sold out in less than 2 hours. Just because they may be calling for 1.5 inches or 2 inches of snow, or maybe some ice. Something that's not going to last forever. I think a lot of people like to be afraid. I don't see how you can live in a constant state of fear. And if you're living that way, guys, and you're basing your prepping off of that, it's not healthy. It can overwhelm you. It can consume you. It will make you spend tons of money that, you might not need to be spending. Yes, your food, your water, I've been over the list. Your medications, self-defense, and then you can start working from there. But if you jump from event to event to event to event that they come up with, you are going to be running yourself ragged trying to keep up with it. We've got Iran now threatening Israel. That could cause a significant disruption for us here in the United States. But if you're prepared, it's not going to be that bad. Just be able to, look out and discern for yourself what you should be preparing for, why you're preparing for it, and, go it that way. That's what I suggest. That's what I've been telling people over the solar eclipse thing. And hopefully nothing's going to happen other than the sun's going to be blocked out by the moon. But I do hope you take a little bit of advice from me on that. If you're just starting your journey, something like this, especially the big events that nobody is absolutely sure what's going to happen. We have a pretty good idea nothing's going to happen, but other than some towns getting, overloaded with people and the obvious problems with that. But, it's your journey. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. All right, guys, I just wanted to bring that to you. I hope you enjoy the solar eclipse tomorrow. And just don't buy into all the hype and the fear, and don't let other people drive your journey, okay? It's your journey. It's your family. It's your plight. It's what you're doing to look after you, your family, your friends. And being prepared is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But when you prep out of fear and you panic buy out of fear, those are two bad things. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Ted. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk about it on the next one. Have a great day.